Sir, let me finish. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. So I work tech support for helping some tax accountants. Basically I do the general tech stuff. Like printers not working, phones not ringing, internet exploding or computers freezing, etc. But I don't do the tax stuff, as I don't know taxes. And we have a separate department for that. Things like, the program is calculating my income tax wrong, is not me. Even if the tax pro feels 100% sure they did everything right and it's for sure the computer having an error, we still need them to swing by the support team who does tax stuff to get their stamp of approval that it is a technical issue before we assist. Now I am ad-libbing nonsense tax jargon, so the details are wrong, but it's basically how the call sounded to me. So I get a call, and I answer. Me. Hello, thank you for contacting F. Her. Yeah, hi, so listen. I've got a 1040 grams DX9 error on the I-99G form, but it's calculating Louisiana tax instead of Ohio, and the diagnostic errors say TH. Me. Sorry ma'am. I think you. Her. Sir, please let me finish. So the diagnostic error says that Louisiana cannot claim that many dependents without a F14G, but I have the F14G attached, but it thinks it's an F15 grams. Even though the claims DX4 has it under the second page of the 14% fiduciary claim. And me. Ma'am. Sorry to interrupt, but why? Her. Sir, please, I am in a hurry here, please don't interrupt. She then proceeded to talk about more tax jargon for what felt like 5 straight minutes. Then when she was finally done, I just waited silently. Me. Her. Me. Her. Okay, I am done. What do I need to do? Me. You need to call correct department, because this is a problem with the tax software. And I am your general tech guy for printers, computers and stuff. Her. What? So I have to repeat all that again? Why didn't you stop me? Me. I tried to. Twice. You yelled at me not to interrupt. Twice. So I didn't. She just huffed loudly and hung up. Best call ever. Had a similar situation with a terrible boss of mine one time. I was a bartender in a nice place on a night 3 of us were teaming on the bar. The cash drawer was under my employee number, so we all were ringing under my number to keep the paperwork simple. We ended up picking up some tables in the restaurant, and another bartender got a terrible complaint letter written to the boss about their service. When I was brought into a one-on-one meeting about the complaint, I tried several times at the beginning to say this letter wasn't about me and was told to shut up and listen. After having the letter read to me and being given details about what my coworker did, which I should not have been given, I was presented a write-up. I asked to see the receipt with my name on it, which was supposed to be proof it was me. I then pointed to the date and the table number on the ticket and pointed out I strictly worked behind the bar that night. Not on our high tops, and definitely not on the dining room tables we were asked to pick up. Maybe just loudly starting with the point would make them stop wasting your time. LMAO. Next time you could just try wrong number, sorry. Please call this one instead. That might shut them up. XD. My language arts teacher in 7th grade got a call once during class on the classroom landline. And she was all confused because it was someone babbling in Spanish. She kept saying, wrong number, but they didn't get it. Eventually she loudly said, WRONGO number, and slapped the phone back onto the wall. XD. We all started laughing and someone told her, you said it wrong. She was like, I know. I just don't know the Spanish word for wrong, so I made it up. They were like, no, I mean you told them wrong name, not wrong number, so now they're probably even more confused. She just chuckled and got back to teaching. Wrong numbers are hilarious if you're in the mood. D. Hilarious. Maliciously compliant, I applaud you. Entitled people needs to be taught a lesson, and it's great when it's by their own fault. Awesome. Was left a voicemail, several texts, and a blocked phone call. As I was typing a response to this woman that I was not a contractor and couldn't give her a quote on fixing her front walkway, she starts DMing me photos of her walkway. Lady, I work in accounting at a hospital. I'll quote you 20 grand and watch some YouTube videos to fix your walkway. But neither of us will be happy with it. I get calls like that. I work for a hazmat line. Phone number is usually printed on a warning label, and the strangest people call thinking it's the general customer service. Sometimes I can get them early and not waste our time, but there are a special few that will not be balked from telling me their entire life story and finally take a breath so I can tell them they called the wrong number. Fun fact: more than once someone saw the label saying this number is for emergencies, and they call it to find out what it's for. They even tell me this. I saw it said for emergencies, but I just wanted to call it to see what it was for. Haha, yay. I had someone constantly leaving me voicemails to call them back up about a question. That's bait. I don't call back on those. On and off chasing me for a month until she finally calls when I'm at my desk. Finally. I have a problem with app names, so what? Sorry. I don't work with that app at all. You'll need to put a ticket in for that team. That exasperated sigh. Wasted so much time. My new source of comedy is checking for tickets in limbo. Not assigned to anyone. 99% of the time it's because right after creation it takes them to the ticket screen. But then they see the default low priority and raise it to high. Problem is, while they were looking at the ticket, the automation assigned it to a group. But on their screen the group is blank. So in changing the priority, they clear the assignment, breaking automation. So now because it's a priority, it sits for 2 weeks with daily comments. Any updates? Yay, don't touch the damn priority. I get 12 a week of these. Reminds me of a previous job, bro, when I was chat support. I will get people's talking in Spanish or Arabic. Wasn't allowed to use Google Translate or anything to attempt to chat in another language. So I just have to keep repeating this chat is English only. And post the phone number for the country they chatted from. But they just keep trying to ask question in Spanish or Arabic. Often had to just end the chat after posting the phone number 3 times or so. The only better response is, "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's." This is why you use email for support stuff. We'll call you if it requires a more interactive approach. That is the best one I've heard today. I did phone tech support for many years. Starting in the early days of PCs. I salute you for the way you handled this caller. That 9/15 deadline really frying accountants' brains out there, lol. While I sympathize with the tax person, as I am one. This was funny. Your patience is outstanding. Ah, those F-14Gs can be tricky, grin. I often get calls on Sundays at work. When people ask, are we open? One of those days I'm gonna say, no, I just like answering stupid questions on the company phone on a Sunday. Woman facepalming.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.